Rob Howie. I've been with Glenn at HALLSPEED now for just on 12 years, I think. And my formal background is from a mechanical engineering background, so for the last 12 years my main background, or my main goal, has been on the production and fabrication side. In the last 2 years the business has changed a little bit. We've got a little bit bigger and a lot more people involved. Duncan Thursby's taken over more of that role, and I'm more on the managerial side now. We've been racing together since 2010, but I've been friendly with him for a long time, from sort of track racing and those sort of days. We have been friendly, and so yeah, I think we make a good team together. Quite similar people in terms of our demeanour. I don't think we, as much as we want to do well, it's we do it in our own quiet way. So I think we get along very well together. I don't know. There obviously are some quirks. We're a similar star sign, so I don't know if that's got something to do with it. But we have our own little rituals, and sometimes in our local events, if we have a bad event, we think back and then we haven't said something or whatever. So he's maybe a little bit more superstitious than me. But no, I think with people sitting in a car together in such close quarters for such a long time, you have to get on well together. And if there are any issues, you've got to fix them straight away. As much as I can make a mistake, so does Duncan. So he apologises and I apologise, and that's finished. You can't let it worry you anymore. Well, especially for Duncan and myself, everything was new. From landing in South America to being part of the scrutineering, everything is an eye-opener. And this year we have that as knowledge. So I'm hoping we're a bit more relaxed and actually can take the race as Janelle does, in his stride. And we made a few little errors last year which we learned from. We need to be racing in the top 10 all the time. We finished in the top 10th, but we need to be competing in the top 10 to have a better result. And I think that's what we learned last year. Well, of course, in off-road racing, here we are privileged to have a very good championship, but it's 8 races a year of roughly 500 k's a race. So the Dakar, in its total of 9,000 k's, is almost 2 championships in one race. So from that point of view, it's quite a challenge, but it's a wonderful event to be involved in. I suppose it's the Olympic Games for us of off-road racing, so. And we're able to spend time and compete against the best in the world. So from that point of view, it's a wonderful little option to have, to be able to go and race with these people and to prove yourself and our product. So that's wonderful. No, look, a general day can be probably 9-10 hours in the car. So early morning start, off to the bivouac, into the car for it can be a 60k liaison to a 600k liaison, which is travelling on the sort of open road, and then it can be anything from a 300 to a 600k stage. So depending on where you are in the country, the Argentina are generally shorter stages. And then getting into more of the Atacama Desert, then the stages and the liaisons get a lot longer. But it's generally 5 in the morning and until about 3-4 in the afternoon. That's an average day. And if the liaisons are short, then the stages are longer. So that's generally what it is.